Hey everybody, my name is Phil.
I'm Erika.
And today we're watching The Chosen, Season 3, Episode 2. Let's dive in. I don't know why I looked around. You cannot even stay awake.
Who is that, Yusuf?
No, Jesus. Praying in the garden.
Oh!
I asked you to stay awake with me and...
Is it?
I don't know.
They're here for Jesus of Nazareth.
It is understandable.
He is an amazing
You don't
man.
think this poses a problem to the order of law?
Yes, sir. I only meant that...
Quintus is gonna come out of his sandals when he sees this. You ought to be the first to let Quintus know about his new shantytown, yeah? Come.
Oh, what?
His new shanty town, like the people who are gathering in tents.
What are you doing?
They can't have a fire so close to a canvas structure. It's Capernaum law.
Since when do you care about the law?
Literally, all of them.
If they keep it, it draws Roman attention and it will put him at risk. We can't have trouble.
Who's we?
Are you one of his disciples?
Where is he in Capernaum?
Who said he's in Capernaum?
That's why we're all here.
When will his next sermon be?
These crowds are going to be difficult to handle.
Hard for us. Yes, Jesus can handle himself. He wants the crowds.
There's too many people.
Too many to go around telling people how to make dinner. You have to pick your battles, my friend.
Who you be? Oh.
Or is he one
A
of the...
fellow zealot?
This is good, thank you.
Not really. Our current batch isn't very good.
I've been traveling and I haven't had good wine, so this is fine.
Have you been eating enough?
I used to eat too much.
No, you didn't. You looked healthy when I saw you. I hope...
Ellie, he said it was good.
Yesterday, my rabbi said that every time we pray to God, we must ask Him to forgive us our debts. And I recognize that I owe quite a debt to you. I hurt you, and I hurt our community. And my rabbi also said that before we lay a sacrifice at the altar, if we know a brother has an offense against us, we should leave the sacrifice there and go be reconciled. I just wanted a comfortable life.
You wanted to be better than everybody.
Yes.
No. You're right. And I loved affluence because of it. I turned my back on our people. And I believe the choices I made were better for me and more important than my family and faith. Which is wrong. I didn't understand that then, but I do now. And I'm sorry. Yeah. I wish I could take back the harm I caused you.
All right. All right.
I will search for something I can do to atone.
Matthew, sit down.
I prefer to stand.
Please.
I don't deserve the courtesy.
You're not the only one who must atone.
Wow.
I lost my business because of you.
Okay.
Good way to start. Your atonement.
We lost our reputations and friends.
I know.
But I had no right to reject you as my son. God should strike me down for the things
She's like, thank you, God.
I was shameful.
Is an apology off?
Can you forgive me? I only made things worse. I'm sorry.
We're sorry.
But what has changed? I sinned.
We saw him too, Matthew. We heard his sermon.
He's the teacher you're following.
Yes, he called me and I...
Then you have already atoned.
Wow.
They
They
went?
were the most true words I have ever heard. Some of it shocking.
I know, I wrote it all down.
You are a scribe.
You will redeem our family's name.
Matthew, he chose you.
To this day, I don't know why.
You were set aside for something special.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ima.
Wow.
Say it.
Okay, I have to go again. Jesus.
Forgive him.
I did.
No, you didn't. You must say it.
I forgive you, son.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abba.
Thank you, Abba.
I'm glad I didn't throw this away.
I will never live in that home again.
So what? Give it away. Tear it down. Burn it if you want.
Why would I do that?
You'll find something to do with it.
Quintus, my old friend. Oh, are you busy?
Fix the water. Fix the water, Octavius. If I see another drop of sewage in my water, I will personally drown you in it. So help me Apollo. Octavius, you will gargle sewage.
Vivid. I think he gets it. You got that, right? He's gonna drown you in the, well, you know. I will find the breach. Dominus.
I will oversee the project, Praetor.
You do that.
Just beyond the western perimeter of the city, a camp has sprung up.
So send them on their way.
They are pilgrims, Dominus.
Pilgrims to what?
To whom? Jesus of Nazareth. He delivered the sermon on the Karazim Plateau.
Stop. He delivered it. Gaius, what was said?
It sounded like any other sermon, Dominus.
Is that what you heard, Cohortes? Just any old sermon?
Well, now I haven't heard that many. Let's see. Lengthy instructions about, what was it? Something about animal hooves? Always read from right to left. Jewish stuff.
If it was so boring, why didn't they stay on the plateau? Pack them up. Force them out. We are still Rome.
Or you could turn them into revenue.
How?
Redraw the city boundary
So
to encompass the squatters.
They're not currently on our census.
All the better for you. They're not paying taxes wherever they came from, which means other praetors,
Ledgers are down. I get it.
the governors, are under increasing pressure not to overuse force on the citizenry.
Pressure from Caesar. Hail. How about you, Cohortes? Will you be moving along soon?
Yeah, I will be headed to Jerusalem soon.
Ah, delightful place.
I owe Pilate a visit. So much to catch up on.
Wonderful.
it strikes fear in him.
I think I'm gonna ask Rema to marry me.
I knew it!
There we go!
You're gonna make
Dude.
a fine husband. Hey, I'd marry you.
Do your fathers know each other?
My father is dead.
I'm sorry to hear that.
May he rest in peace.
Oh, got an older brother?
No.
Then who can arrange?
Her father is aware of my intentions.
He is.
Samson chose his own wife.
Yeah, not exactly a model Israelite.
Yeah.
Also, not the best example.
Boys, give them a chance.
Have you spoken with your rabbi about this?
The next time I see him, I'll share my intentions. Jesus will make it work.
What if Jesus is like,
Yeah,
no, she's
Jesus.
not the one.
Just grants wishes, right? Brett?
Am I too close? Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Cue Nathaniel.
Hey guys.
He's just there. He's like eating an apple.
Be here the whole time I do this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Z. They call him Z. So funny.
Boys!
Sorry.
Sorry.
You've trained him.
You know the scene very well.
Powerful incentive. They want to eat, they will stay in their room quietly. Okay, we're quiet now.
It's cute.
Won't they get bored?
Come on. Yeah. I have much to learn.
I wouldn't want it to be quiet. No.
They can hear everything.
Yeah.
How are we going to redraw the city limits when they keep arriving in such numbers? You'll have to do it over and over again to encompass them all.
I think tonight my time would be better spent elsewhere. You will finish the evening rounds, enforce protocol patiently, and give me a full report in the morning.
There's a lot of people walking. Because he just knows the approach. I'm sure this guy can do that too, though, right?
Yeah.
Lose something?
Oh, shoot.
Oh. Was it him?
No. What's that?
I mean,
He can't parkour like him.
but he brought that.
Yeah, you're right. What?
That still didn't convince me. I don't think you did that, bro.
How was that?
You look like you struggled.
I'm just hunting. What is he? Simon? Relax. Zealot. Or whatever it is you are now. Look, I'm just interested to see what happens next. You left some very dangerous men in the lurch. The order is here. Oh, you're surprised? They won't quit. Then one of us has to make them.
I'm leaving Capernaum for a while.
They had better follow. If they stay in Capernaum, I will be forced to clean up your mess. Can't have zealots in a Roman town.
Others will comfort me.
Now you're getting it. You were a zealot. Now you're a traitor. And they won't stop.
When you were gone this time, I had moments of feeling...
Being what?
lost. I don't know what to call them. Haven't you ever been separated from someone and you can't recall their face after a while?
Do you forget my face? What?
No, I don't forget your face. Things are so good now.
Yeah, we just have to spend more time together.
Hmm.
In any case, with no food, we'll have less to carry.
But we are still low on money.
Maybe you could sell some of your jewelry.
It's all very personal.
Every single piece?
I said all.
This is awkward.
Given up some of our personal lives to follow Jesus.
Remus?
Name.
Too much.
We each
I
gain
can't.
so much.
Right, let's all stop dancing around this and call it what it is.
Thank you.
His dedication to you was obvious the moment I saw you both at the wedding.
Oh, I was very stressed at that
It
wedding.
wasn't just a concern for your stress, like, well, it was.
You are in love with him, Rema.
That's not how it works with our people.
You're a Gentile, so maybe you don't understand, but
Jeez.
love comes from marriage.
Jews, Gentiles. Love is love.
In our tradition, marriages are arranged by fathers, that's all she's saying. Where you come from, do people...
I'd rather not talk about where I'm from.
Ooh,
It's okay.
interesting.
From what we've heard, he may be wanting to make it permanent very soon.
What we are asking is, would you want to?
Oh. It's complicated with my father. And considering our circumstances, this wouldn't be very traditional, but yes, if my father approved, I would be very fortunate.
Is that the Jewish way of saying that you love him and are excited?
Aww.
Oh.
Well, I'm sure by now most of you are aware of the tent village that is rapidly growing east of Capernaum. Those are people who followed us from the mount. Those people are like those in regions all over.
He's sitting at his right
They're
hand.
not an army. Not yet. They are in need of rescue, and you are going to help me rescue them.
He's like,
Different kind of rescue. It is not sustainable for me to do
Who do I gotta
all
kill?
the preaching or the healing. There will be many more followers, and like those not here, all will have roles and responsibilities. Most will be disciples, students. But I have chosen you 12 as my apostles.
You're sending us?
An apostle is the same as a messenger, one who...
I know what it means, Matthew. That's why I'm asking.
You are my leaders. And for this mission I have for you, it's best that you spread out and not be concentrated in one place. I don't understand. I'm going to go home to Nazareth for a time, and while I'm there, I'm sending you out in every direction, 2 by 2, specifically to our people only. You will proclaim as you go, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And while you are on this mission, you will heal the sick and the lame by anointing them with oil. You will cast out demons. You will What? Why are you all looking at me like that?
Could you just repeat that one more time?
What are we doing?
Word, Jesus.
I'm sending you out 2 by 2, proclaiming as you go, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Heal the sick, cast out demons.
While you are on this mission, I grant you this authority. Someday, you will have it all the time.
Was that a ceremony I missed?
This is it.
Wow.
It is done.
It's here. This is the ceremony.
Don't feel any different.
I don't need you to feel anything to do great things.
With all due respect, Rabbi, we've only just begun as students. We're not nearly qualified enough.
Can we get back to the part about healing for 1 second?
You will take nothing for your journey except the staff. No bread, no bag, no money. Not even Salome's food.
No.
We can't even bring a change of clothes?
Even the wandering cynic philosophers carry a second tunic.
Yes, they do. And I'd like to distinguish you from the cynics. They also carry beggars' bags for people to put gold and silver coins into. And you will not do that. You received without paying. Now give without pay. Whatever
Money,
town or
right?
village you enter, find out who is worthy in it and stay there until you depart.
You said if anyone will not listen to our words. What words exactly? What are we supposed to teach?
Anything you've ever heard from me.
You're writing it down,
I
right?
heard the one sermon. You heard the best one. Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
It was for all who will hear it, from now until the end of the age.
Wow.
Or they know it, you ask. Good question. Thanks for asking. You will tell them. And the places you will go are places I will soon go. So you are preparing the way for my arrival and helping ensure that more people are ready to hear the good news.
Suppose we hit a bad streak.
The fear that they're able to capture in them is so good.
How are we to eat?
What if it gets bad?
What was part of that sermon?
Like it is with John. Do not fear those who kill the body but cannot kill the soul.
So, you're saying we could die?
There will come a time when this will become far more difficult. When persecution is an ever-present part of your ministry.
Wow.
This journey will not come to that.
Okay.
You want us to go out there? No defenses, no food, no shelter. Just go out into strange lands.
He said not to be afraid. Fear is not a thing you just stop, Andrew.
I'm going with Z then.
I may be the most at risk of all of us.
Great.
Whatever happened to trust?
Everybody, calm down.
I know I'm new. But Rabbi, I'd like to return to what you were saying about not bringing food or clothes and relying on those we minister to. Forgive me. But we cannot rely on everyone equally. I've developed some ideas on ways we can generate income to sustain our ministry in a reliable way.
I want you to learn what it means to fully rely on your Father in heaven, as well as those around you and those whom you serve. This is what it means to follow and to lead.
Wow.
Teacher, even if not for this journey, now would be a good time to assign someone to manage the few resources we do have, or anything we do bring back.
You have someone in mind?
I nominate Matthew. He's obviously the most experienced of any of us.
Believe it or not, I agree that would be prudent.
I'm sorry, I'm not comfortable dealing with money again. I formally decline.
Simple no would have been fine.
Then no. I nominate Judas. His experience would suit us better.
All right. Pairing up. Simon and Judas, north to Caesarea Philippi. Andrew and Philip.
Simon and Judas.
Nathaniel and Thad, south to Perea.
Those two again.
John and Thomas, southwest to Joppa. Big James.
Wait, for real?
Come
What's wrong
on.
with that?
They can make it a thing. Humor disarms people. West to the plains of Sharon. Matthew and Z. Z, everyone is reacting to the notion of you traveling with a tax collector.
What?
We have not told you about Matthew's former occupation.
Oh no.
He's a tax collector?
He's no more a tax collector than you are a zealot. None of you is what you were. Remember that, all of you. And Z, you and Matthew will be able to remember that better than anyone else.
Wow.
I am confident that the two of you will do and say great things because of your pasts.
Wow, that's so good. That makes it way more impactful.
Eden, this doesn't change our family plans. I don't have to be.
Not now.
I can talk to Rabbi. He can shorten my
Do
trip.
not say anything to him. I will be fine. I just need a minute.
Did they already conceive?
No.
Maybe.
I wanted your blessing.
Ooh. Good start.
For Reima's hand.
Did you hear in what direction I'm sending you?
Southwest, but...
To see her.
God lives in the Southwest.
Oh, wow.
Yes, he does.
Jesus.
You did it again.
After you may visit Gaffney and complete the second part of your mission.
That's part of his mission.
Last I heard, Gaffney was not a believer.
Oh.
So maybe while you're making a pitch for yourself,
put one for me.
You can put in a good word for me.
Wow.
Oh, look at the Jesus.
Little James.
May I have a moment?
Of course.
I forgive me, I'm not always confident to speak.
Slow to speak. That's a very good quality.
Wow.
So you're sending us out with the ability to heal the sick and lame. Yes, that is what you said.
Yes.
So you're telling me that I have the ability to heal. Forgive me, I just find that difficult to imagine with my condition, which you haven't healed.
Do you want to be healed?
I never asked him.
Yes, of course, if that's possible.
I think you've seen enough to know it's possible.
Why haven't you?
You haven't asked.
Because I trust you.
What?
I need you to listen to me very carefully. Because what I'm going to say defines your whole life to this point and will define the rest of your life.
Whoa.
Listen.
It's a big deal.
In the Father's will, I could heal you. Right now. And you'd have a good story to tell, yes?
An even better story now.
That you do miracles.
And that's a good story. But there are already dozens who can tell that story. And there will be hundreds more, even thousands.
Yeah.
But think of the story that you have, especially in this journey to come, if I don't heal you. To know how to proclaim that you still praise God in spite of this. To know how to focus on all that matters, so much more than the body. To show people that you can be patient with your suffering here on earth because you know you'll spend eternity with no suffering. How many people do you think the Father and I trust this with?
Wow. Oh, what a perspective.
But the others, there's so much more.
So much more what?
I don't know. Stronger? Better at this?
James, I love you. But I don't want to hear that ever again.
I know how easy it is to say the Song of David, that I fearfully and wonderfully made. But it doesn't make this any easier. It doesn't make me feel like any less of a burden.
A burden? First of all, it is far easier to deal with your slow walking than it is to deal with Simon's temper.
Trust me.
You are going to do more for me than most people ever dream. So many people need healing in order to believe in me. Or they need healing because their hearts are so sick.
Wow.
That doesn't apply to you.
Wow.
Many are healed or not healed because the Father in heaven has a plan for them which may be a mystery. When you pass from this earth and you meet your Father in heaven, where Isaiah promises you will leap like a deer, your reward will be great. So hold on a little longer. And when you discover yourself finding true strength because of your weakness, and when you do great things in my name, in spite of this, the impact will last for generations. Do you understand?
Yes.
A man like you healing others. Oh, what a sight. I can't wait to hear your stories when you return.
Oh.
Gaius.
Oh,
Hello.
he's happy to see you.
Hello, Matthew.
This is where Gaius went.
Shalom.
Oh! Excuse me!
Did I say it wrong?
No. I didn't expect to see you here.
Or to say that.
Well, I'm stationed here.
Do you guys have to surround the
Yeah.
Roman?
I must go now, guys.
Everyone's watching.
Trust your wits, Matthew.
And please eat.
I will see you around.
Welcome to my home that I no longer live in.
Oh.
What?
They're doing something?
Can I say the hard part first? This might be the last time we're all together for a while.
What's the easy part?
Who said there was an easy part? I just held my wife as she tried to accept the idea that I will be the one making Pharisees and Romans upset the way Jesus does.
Yeah, dang.
It scares her.
But not you.
Of course it does.
The unknowns are overwhelming.
Are we ready?
I'm terrified.
I'm not afraid.
Not
except for Z, who was never afraid of
Matthew is...
You've done this kind of thing before.
He's good.
Do you have any thoughts?
Oh, yeah, for it.
Well, I've done a little preaching, but I've never done anything like this. All I can say is that it's scary when you upset powerful people, but it's worth it.
We go where he sends us.
Wow.
The Master has told us what to do. We've seen how he does it, so we have what we need. Whoever you go with, let's stay strong together. I'm sure he put us with our partners for a reason.
Yeah.
Let's make the most of it. Come on, stand next to your partner. All of us. Matthew, I know you hate it, but you too. When I was with Eden,
These
some of
moments,
David
just
came
them, like,
the one
it'd
we
be so
fled from
terrifying.
Absalom. I shared it with Eden as a reminder because she was fearful. I think we need it too.
For you strike all my enemies on the cheek. You break the teeth of the wicked. Salvation belongs to the Lord. Your blessing be on your people.
Oh, that was a really good episode.
This episode was packed. Oh
Okay.
my gosh, where do you want to start?
I mean, I guess this one's the freshest.
Just ministry. What
Yeah.
it takes to, well, I guess not necessarily
No,
build
this
a
is
church,
different.
but I mean, just doing what we're all kind of called to do.
Mm.
But also, yeah, specifically, like, the first time Jesus is, like, told humans on this earth to go out and do what
Yeah.
he's done. Like, I never, ever took in how scary, how new, how, like, what the heck, like, are you talking about? Like, I just never expected it to be so relatable. Whenever there was a time that Jesus was like, okay, now go.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, I don't feel equipped. You expect me to do this, like A, B, C, D. What? And to see, yeah, everyone's response all together in that room, be like, wait, did I miss a ceremony? Like, we haven't been anointed yet,
Yeah.
or like we haven't, like done one of these elaborate rituals. And Jesus is just like, you have everything you need. Yeah, just the impact of that request in that room was like, what? And like, yeah, the hold it puts on people's lives, like to do like missionary work.
Yeah. I love what he said, because he's like, this is what it means to follow me, but he also added that this is what it means to lead.
To lead. Oh,
right?
so good.
And it's like,
So
and I don't know if he's used that kind of language
I need to
before.
write that down for myself.
Right? Like, it's just like, this is what it looks like. It's sacrifice, it's scary, but like, it takes that for you to stand apart and to lead people, to show people by example, right? Yeah, but I love just the gathering in that room because there was just so much fear. And like it's a like when
warranted.
Yeah, like especially going through this series and just kind of understanding and seeing just what kind of disruption Jesus was causing, it makes sense that they would be terrified about that.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that until Simon said what he said. Of like, yeah, Eden's concern of
the Roman,
him making the same
like he's the one
ruckus now as Jesus. It's like, oh.
Yeah, because like even in the Bible, I mean, obviously everything in the Bible is just very like they're stating a fact. This is what happened, and like they talk about how like they had the authority of Jesus to cast out demons.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I always like picture that like, yeah, we're good. Like we got this.
Yeah.
We're gonna go out. Jesus gave us like, I'm going to do what he asked me to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you never, for me, I never thought about this.
Yeah.
Like not only their hesitation and their doubt, but their fear, these moments that they have together right before that, because they don't know if they're going to see each other again.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like, I just imagine what that circle would have looked like and felt like, because it's a scary thing and they're still going, right? Like no one's like not going to go, but you can still be scared and go. And I think that's a really powerful thing too, right? Like you can be terrified and unsure and you still go because you know, you are called to do it and you're listening to that and you have faith in that piece. And I think that they captured that so well. And you could definitely see yourself in a lot of those situations.
Yeah, I never really thought about this being done for a period of time first before they come back with Jesus after, because I know in the Bible like I feel like it just happens when disciples or the apostles are like, oh, why couldn't we cast out this this demon? Like I thought it was just all happening concurrently. I didn't
think he set them out and then came back.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of like on their travels.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's just something that in this show just made it more clear.
Sure.
But it would make more sense if it was this way.
Yeah,
like I don't remember a certain, I'd have to read the Gospels again obviously, but like I don't remember a certain point where Jesus was like, okay, like this. There was like a certain point in time like, okay, it's time now for you to go out, do this. I'm going to be away and let's reconvene. We didn't even say what they're going to reconvene. I thought it was just as they're in this ministry, he did give them authority. And as they continued touring around together, they were all to do what Jesus was doing. Not like two all the way over here, two going east, going southwest, two like, you know, I thought they were all sticking together the whole time.
Yeah, the historical accuracy of it, like I don't know, but it make like from a like if you look at it from like a business building perspective,
it makes sense.
It makes total sense. Like the and not only is it efficient, but it's like their for lack of a better term, like their stock right now is like it's so popular, it's so hot, like a lot of people are learning about it. Now's the time to kind of reach as many people as you can, and just logistically, Jesus can't do it on his own.
Yeah.
Right. You have to.
You have
to reach out.
Leaders.
Yeah. As far and wide as possible, and again, like just the idea, and I think the conversation with little James was a good example of this across the team. But it's like these are like these leaders that are going out and preaching this word and causing this disruption. It's the bottom of the barrel, right? It's the society, the parts of society that were shunned and people didn't want to be a part of. They're the ones that are teaching. So they're the ones that are broken and still believe and are getting other people to believe. So it's like exactly what James is going through, but in everybody's own different way, right? So everybody is looking at them with their own brokenness and seeing them heal and seeing them cast out demons. And it's like, that is so impactful.
Yeah. Like if they can do it and they have this testimony.
Yeah. It's not only seeing the miracle.
Much more powerful.
Yeah. Because like Jesus was like, yeah, people need miracles to believe in me, but all the more if the miracle is being done by you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was such a powerful... I was really intrigued to see what he was going to say here. I'm like, that's a good question. A lot of people have that question.
Yeah. Why wouldn't he do it for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like people who've been sick and end up passing away. Like, why didn't Jesus heal that person?
Mm-hmm.
And even Jesus himself said like it's a mystery. But obviously, like, there's a reason and there's a blessing behind it, even if we don't understand it in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But the impact that you can have can still be of tremendous value to other people, because like this world is so diverse. But yeah, wow, that was such a powerful.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the more that you've been through, the more trials that you've faced, the more relatable you become, right? Yeah, you can reach more people because they can relate to you a bit more, and you can impact them in ways that somebody that's like perfect in the eyes of society could never be, just because you can't see yourself in those shoes. So I think that's that's gonna be a really great storyline to follow. And honestly, like the way that this story is going, like they could literally keep this going for so long, because they could stay in this for like the rest of the season, just following each of their their separate ministries. There's 6 of them. And then also what's happening with Jesus, what's happening with the Romans. So like like I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but I can understand if they were gonna go a long time with that.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking even just like back to your point about like them being regular people, the bottom of the barrel, like that, and then to see these apostles heal and do miracles and stuff, like that more than anything would be like, wow, God's glory is real. Like this is a different era now. Like if these guys can do it, and they know, of all people, the apostles, like, it is not me, man. It is whatever Jesus told us. Like, it is all pointing to God. Like, you cannot take credit for that kind of stuff.
And I just imagine the hope. It's kind of like if them, why not me? Right? If they can get this blessing, why not me?
Yeah, exactly. You think they're going to include in like an upcoming episode about like that random person who started also healing, doing exactly what you just said, seeing the apostles as an example and actually healing people in Jesus' name, and the apostles got upset and they're like, he's like, yo, they did this.
Yeah, but who gave you authority?
Yeah. And Jesus is like, whoever is, what is it? Whoever is not against you is for you or something, or is, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That'll be interesting. I would love to see them capture them doing their first miracles and be like, it worked.
Yeah.
Like the person like that they healed was like, it worked. What do you mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
That would be really good to see.
Yeah.
With like Andrew.
Yeah. You know what? Now it does kind of make more sense, like why Jesus would be really frustrated with the apostles after them going out. Like, and you know, the part of the Bible, where it's like kind of like, okay, you saw me do it, you did, and then like I feel like it was after this point in time now, like after they try to do their healing and preaching and stuff, that they go to Jesus and they're like, hey, this didn't work. I could now it's just easier to see that, like easier for it to make sense in my brain of why Jesus would be very frustrated with them. It's like, okay, wow, y'all been with me this whole time, watching me doing it yourselves, and yet still, like, you know, when he says like, oh, you have little faith.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was good. Anything else?
I'm trying to think. Do you wanna? Is there anything about the pairings that you think is significant?
I mean, I just feel like it's classic Jesus putting people. He's been pairing people throughout the series.
Yeah.
To do different tasks and stuff like that, to kind of learn from each other. And it's kind of cool now to see the character development and all that, and how they all come together now, especially Simon's character development.
Oh yeah.
Like from the very beginning to now, quoting Psalm with David.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you know, he's a true leader.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it'll be interesting. That pairing is really interesting to me. Simon and Judas. And also Simon and Matthew. So those ones are really interesting for me to follow.
Forward to seeing how that goes.
Yeah. It's like they're going on the journey. By the way, he was a tax collector. All right, goodbye.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, what?
He seemed to handle it very graciously.
Yeah. You're in the room with the 12 and it's like,
what are you gonna do?
Okay.
I thought the scene, like the reconciliation with Matthew's family.
Oh my gosh, that was this episode?
That was so, the
very beginning, yeah.
I thought that was so powerful, and I can imagine so many moms and wives in that position. And just seeing her face, like when finally, the father puts away the pride. And like there's so many father-son relationships that are not well.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, that's why I say, like, I'm sure there's so many moms and wives who are in this position, and like to have that moment and witness forgiveness and like to see that all happen, and it's like finally, like, that's like such a, I'm sure, a huge desire for like in women's hearts for the home to be a good and solid place and foundation for the family to be united like that. So like even for her to be like, to call her Ima, to call him Abba, it's and I'm sure it felt like for her, like, wow, it's like a long time coming, but just to see it all happen, I'm like, oh, it just got me emotional. Wow, it was so good. I'm so glad they included something like that.
Yeah, no, it was a great reconciliation. I think
and obviously the middle piece, or the puzzle piece that brought it all together, was Jesus.
Yeah.
Like what Matthew learned, and then learning that Alphaeus, like, they were at the sermon too.
Yeah, that all happened like really quickly, eh? Like when
that's how God works.
But even just kind of like, I don't know, just all those like dots being connected. Like, I don't know, within a couple of seconds, it's like, oh, and you're a scribe, and like, oh my gosh, like all that kind of stuff happened, and it was really powerful seeing them.
Yeah.
Them
and they didn't have to do anything. I think that's what always gets me. Like,
they didn't have to do anything.
They didn't have to put as much effort into reconciling their own relationship without Jesus. I feel like that's so accurate to what it's like to know God, to follow him, and just through his teaching, through growing yourself in your own faith and belief, God somehow reconciles your relationships without you having to put in as much.
I was gonna say, but isn't that effort?
In it? What?
Growing yourself and
I don't
being
think
in the Word.
Matthew anticipated that his relationship with his father would be healed when he started following Jesus.
Oh, you mean like actively working on a relationship with someone, as opposed to like, okay, yeah,
just growing in your faith, and then all of a sudden,
other parts
look
of your
at
world.
this.
Yeah,
this
true.
is,
Okay,
healing now. Like, relationships are healing, and you didn't even really mean for that. It's just what happens when you grow in your faith.
True.
Yeah. So good.
All right. So the 12 are going out.
Yeah.
I have no idea where this is gonna go. Because like,
I'm excited.
If that is the direction it goes, is much written about that, about their journeys?
I don't think so.
Maybe, or like maybe not in the Bible. Like maybe like other people have, I don't know.
Just like little anecdotes of like, just them referring to their failures of like, what, Jesus, why couldn't we do this? Or when I tried to do this, why couldn't this happen?
Like comparing notes.
Yeah.
True. Okay, well, we'll see. Season 3 is off to a really good start, and I think there's only like 6 episodes left. So still quite a few. Hopefully you enjoyed watching that with us, and we'll see you for episode 3. Peace.
Bye.